prehistoric creatures come in many different breeds. There are the massive, strong carnivorous dinosaurs. There's the elephants of the Cenozoic. There's the mosasaurs that ruled the deep oceans. And a few of these people might call monsters, which for some of them is fitting terms. Just looking at some creatures like the Deinosuchus and the Carnotaurus can send shivers down your spine. Today will be the start of a new series called Prehistoric Monsters, where I will talk about one specific state, country, or continent's most wild and terrifying creatures from a bygone era. And today, we will be looking at North Carolina. The first creature is a bone-crushing crocodilian called the Deinosuchus, which means terrible crocodile. A pretty fitting name. The Deinosuchus would probably have lived in brackish water estuaries near the east coast of North Carolina and fed on turtles and hadrosaurs. Deinosuchus would grow to be about 33 feet long and weighed about 4 tons, which is larger than most Jurassic theropods. The Deinosuchus probably would have used ambush hunting tactics like many crocodilians today, where they keep only their eyes and nostrils out of the water to be practically invisible. The companion age of the Cretaceous is when this predator dominated North Carolina's estuaries and became one of the most successful predators of the late Cretaceous. The Dryptosaurus was a medium-sized tyrannosauroid, weighing about 1 ton and being 25 feet long. And I said tyrannosauroid, not to be confused with the tyrannosaurids. When Dryptosaurus was discovered by E.D. Cope in 1866, it was named Lilaps anquilingus. I don't know. Lilaps was a dog from Greek mythology who had always succeeded in its hunting. But later on, the genus Lilaps was found to be a genus of a mite, so it was renamed to Dryptosaurus, which means tearing lizard. Some of Dryptosaurus's most notable characteristics is its more elongated snout compared to several tyrannosaurids, and relatively longer arms than most tyrannosaurids, which probably aided in its hunting. This creature might have been capable of relatively fast speeds, which could have helped it catch prey such as hadrosaurs. The Dryptosaurus was a medium, fast tyrannosaurid, but it isn't as odd as the next creature on this list. The Xiphactinus, one of the most coolest names of any prehistoric creature, I think. This creature had a gaze similar to Tyrannosaurus Rex's nickname, T-Rex, because it's sometimes referred to as the X-fish. This prehistoric fish had a trapdoor-like mouth and fed on many small aquatic creatures like cephalopods and fish. The Xiphactinus lived in the late Cretaceous and survived until 66 million years ago when the mass extinction wiped out the Xiphactinus. A Xiphactinus was found within the stomach of a prehistoric shark called the Cretoxyrhina. Xiphactinus was probably about 18 feet long, which is close to the size of a modern-day Carcharodon carcharius, aka the great white shark. Although this terrifying tarpon-like traipser of the deep was pretty impressive, nothing can match the final creature on this list. Also, I saw this skeleton of the Xiphactinus at the Tellus Museum, the Acrocanthosaurus. This Carcharodontosaurid had abnormally tall neurospines, which gave it its name, the high-spined lizard. This part of its body probably would have looked more like a hump than something like a sail, which the Spinosaurus had. One of the Carcharodontosaurid's main characteristics were their serrated teeth, like that of the great white shark. These teeth would come in hand for tearing flesh out of their prey they were hunting. Relatives of Acrocanthosaurus like Mapusaurus might have hunted bigger prey. This dinosaur would probably have gone after smaller hadrosaurs like Deinosuchus. The Acrocanthosaurus was approximately 39 feet long and weighed about 6.5 tons. This creature was close to the size of a T-Rex, but not the time. The Acrocanthosaurus lived during the early Cretaceous, and because it didn't coexist with the T-Rex, it would appear that this would be the apex predator of its environment. These odd, scary, interesting, and amazing creatures are just part of Earth's prehistoric past, which is one reason why it's also interesting and why we have so much left to learn. And maybe next time you visit North Carolina, you can think of how millions of years ago One of these creatures could be right where you are standing.